you're ready for battle, you better get on the saddle. We got some demons to tackle, yeah. We about to put on a show. These haters don't even know.
Top 3 favorite anime characters of all time.
The Rocket Twins from Pokemon. Yeah, you would have to use your mouth.
I don't know what's going on with Big Radiohead today. Cody asks, I watched last week's episode, but I couldn't stop focusing on that nasty red spot above Anthony's eye.
Damn.
When you come to the ring, which song do we got?
Think of a song. Oh, a song? A song.
Oh my god. All right, you're not doing that to the ring. Are there any games out there that represent your life, like something you can relate to? It's the most depressing game, Elden Ring. I could probably relate. I could probably relate to Caelid. Yeah, Caelid in Elden Ring, that whole area. I relate to all of that.
Anthony has anxiety.
That whole thing is great. Thank you for that. Welcome everybody to another episode of Junk Mail Tuesday. I am your host, Anthony Streams, with our co-host Pink Radiohead. Pink, how are you?
Hi, sorry, I forgot that I could use.
I keep forgetting this isn't an audio podcast. I was like, well, the listeners don't know what you just did, but
why did you keep forgetting that it's like we never done just audio?
I don't know. Yeah, I know, but I used to have audio podcasts. So
we cannot even figure out audio to work properly here. So why would he make it only audio?
Yeah, that'd be a no-go.
Yeah, no. I think you need to see my face so you know. To be honest, I don't think I would do very well on audio. Just audio. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm fine. How's everyone? I missed you all.
Yeah, we missed you. We're glad you're feeling better.
Thank you.
I don't know if I have anything like super interesting. I think I spoke about. You know what? The problem with like content creating is sometimes I forget like where I say certain things, so I don't remember if I brought up on Junk Mail Tuesday that I'm moving in a few weeks. But it's so surreal because like next Friday I put in my 2-week notice, and then I'm really just like out starting a whole new chapter of life. So gonna be like starting from ground zero. Kind of excited. Also scared to fucking death.
Hey.
Thank you.
Brown Eyes in the cool chat tonight. Hi, Brown Eyes. Yeah, that's awesome. I think it sounds great to me. I've been wanting a change and a new beginning for a long time. So, I am glad that you're getting it and then you're going for it. And, I think it's going to be great. And yeah, hopefully I have good news for everyone soon.
Yes, you will have good news coming soon. So when I leave here, like I got a job that I never looked at like a career. I never wanted to be a career. When I move, I kind of have an opportunity to start pushing towards some dreams. I've always wanted to start a business. I never really knew even how to get into it. I don't have friends or family that own businesses or anything, but like I've just been doing a lot of research, which is why like content and everything has slowed down a lot. But like just like I'm 32, it's time to do it. So I don't know, I'm nervous, I'm scared. It's almost like jumping out the window, but but I'll be near family and friends and shit like that, so everything will be, I don't know, it'll be better than sitting up here just lonely as fuck in this small ass town. So
no,
I'm excited.
And like with a job that you don't want to go to either, right? So I think it's gonna be great.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I think about it every day. I almost quit today, but that's beside the point. Do we have anything that you need to get off your chest? Anything that you're feeling?
No, Scarlett says, woohoo, go for your dreams and let's go get it. Oh, I mean, let's get it.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get it. Let's go get it, too.
We're going to go get it for sure.
Yeah.
Sure. All right. Speaking of go-getters, we got one here in your chat, actually, with the first question is from Brown Eyes, who asks, would you rather do a 36-hour streamathon playing any game you want every week, or do a 5-hour stream a week playing a horror game that you can never quit?
I would definitely do the 5-hour stream. I know that I was never able to play Outlast, for example. I would last 20 minutes and one time I went back and I managed to do like 1 hour because it's too stressful. However, I did do the mortuary assistant and literally it was nailing it. Like I was holding it in and going for it and
Yeah.
insulting those demons and, fuck you and going.
That
Oh,
game is fun. I played it
yeah,
last Friday.
yeah. It is fun and it's very interesting, but also it is very scary. Very
Yeah, it's
scary.
terrifying.
Um, we're gonna have to return those points to you, Scarlett, because I don't have those what's it called, points enabled when we're doing the podcast because it's being recorded, so I don't want it to overlap.
We yeah, last Friday, me and one of my close friends, Breed, we did the mortuary assistant. And it's funny because he's just as scary as me. Oh no. Actually, that's a lie. I'm worse than him. Uh but I could tell just by how quiet he was that he wasn't even watching the screen. It was just one of those things of like, I know he's not even looking at the screen right now. So I would just remind him, like, Breed, you better be looking at the fucking screen. If I gotta look at it, you gotta look at it. So we were both terrified. And that game's kind of hard.
Mortuary assistant?
Yeah, I don't know how to be a mortuary's assistant. I was trying to figure out all this shit. I don't know what this
Like,
vacuum thing is. Like, it's tough.
well, it's interesting because like the first thing I did, I grabbed that board and I would do everything that was on that board, but I was missing things like the keys or codes and stuff like that you need at the beginning. So like the first time I ran it through, I was just like getting them bodies embalmed and doing my job basically. Like just doing a new job for me. I just kept going at it, and then I I later on found out like how to kind of like investigate a little bit more and like to not give so much focus to the job per se, but to actually like go and look for the other clues to find out and figure out
Yeah,
like what
yeah.
type of demon it is, which I did do. But I think I did pretty well. And I'm surprised. Brona said that you did actually really well when you started paying attention. So I guess you weren't paying attention before. So I'm not
I was
surprised.
no, all right. It's hard. Yeah, I was paying attention. The game is hard. It's hard to be a mortuary's assistant. It'd be like if I just took a science book and just started reading shit at you, and then like, yeah, good luck. Remember all that shit I just told you for the first time, and go figure that out. Don't forget. Like it's not easy. I don't know anything about mortuaries. It's
What
hard.
do you mean? You have a paper that guides you and tells you what to do.
Yeah,
You
but you
literally
know
go
what?
like
All
this
right.
and you have a board with you and you're like,
They was asking for shit I didn't know what it was. They was using words. I was like, I don't know what that word is.
they
Like,
have names on it when you grab the item. If it's not the right item, you will know
yeah.
because it says it. Like, it's not, it's like, I don't know.
I was I was looking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, looking. Okay.
I
It's,
would pick. I did okay. So I did a 36-hour stream last weekend, and it was fun. I don't like. I like right now. I feel like I could do that every week, but then it's just kind of like I don't know. It was fun for that one weekend. Doing that every weekend, I don't know. That'd be a lot. I'd probably just do the horror game. I'm with you on this. I'll just do the 5-hour stream of a horror game that I can't quit.
oh, I forgot that that's what we were answering. Yeah, yeah. I would definitely do the
Yeah.
5 hour stream. I don't think, I think if I do a 30-hour stream, a 36-hour stream, I don't know. It would be very rare. Like I would have to force people to be there keeping me up because I don't know, like I don't know that I could be able to do it.
It was a good time. It was a lot of fun. All right, let's jump to Cody, who says, "What's the key to maintaining a healthy relationship?" Ooh,
um
drop some gems for us, Pink.
for me, I'm single, dude.
drop some drop some gems for us.
Uh I I would say communication is important. Like, and I know everyone says like the key to everything is communication, but it's true though. It is true. Um, mm. Respect,
Respect, communication, respect. I mean, these are important things.
collaboration. Like
Yeah.
I think trying to get things as balanced as possible. We're talking about romantic relationships, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I guess. I
okay.
mean that. Yeah.
Don't fucking suck. Continue to be a good date. Continue to talk to your partner. Ask some questions. And I'm talking from experience, okay? Like, don't be a fucking bum. Shower.
Don't be a fucking bum.
Maintain your
Yeah,
hygiene up, please.
yeah. That's important. That's very, very important.
Help in the home. Like it's not no, it's actually not help in the home. Remember that everyone is responsible for the home that you're building together. So don't put all the expectations and responsibilities on one person, that one person has to follow up on everything. Like, when you're with someone, they're not your fucking parent. And I'm talking especially from like the perspective of a woman, obviously, because I'm a woman. Hi.
I'm a woman. Hi. That should be a T-shirt. Now you got
um,
merch ideas.
um, I think definitely like don't let yourself go. I think it's important. Like I think it's something that I have learned a lot. It's like continue to do your own things. Like continue to have your own life, and like that doesn't mean that you don't include your partner in it. I think, but like try to as much as possible to keep your friendships, to stay in touch with your family, to balance things
Mhm.
out. Like don't like just dive into just a relationship. Like life continues beyond the relationship. So like it has to integrate with your life. It doesn't have to wreck your life in the sense that everything changes. um
Yeah.
like compromise is super important. Watch for the red flags, says Scarlett. Do not ignore them. It's very, very important. Like I have ignored many red flags. I have made that mistake many, many times. Reason why I'm single. But but yeah, like definitely like don't ignore the red flags. And it's something that my dad told me that was actually super important, and I wish I would have learned that sooner. It's like there are certain things like when there's a deal breaker, it's a freaking deal breaker. You don't stay, you don't try to fix it, you fucking go, you fucking leave. Don't waste your time on people that are not gonna be compatible, on people that are gonna put you down. But yeah, I'm sorry. It was supposed to be like relationships, but I think your relationship with yourself is super important, and that you keep going, maintaining that as you are in a relationship, and that you check in with yourself, that you're not losing yourself. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was good. Okay. Chris wants to know. Oh, this one's for you.
Oh,
I want Pink to rank these in order by most likely to watch to least likely to watch. WWE, WWE, NBA, NFL, NHL, boxing, and MLB.
wait 1 second. You didn't say anything about healthy relationships. I thought you had the best advice.
Eh, I would say honesty, working on honesty, communication, and trust. Those are the three. Those are the three I would say.
Cool.
Uh oh.
Black Dragon, sorry. Black Dragon said you have to love yourself before you can love someone else. I definitely agree, but I think you can still love other people if you're not fully there with yourself, because I think the journey to love yourself is a pretty long one. And I think it's bullshit that you have to be like 100% like loving yourself at all times, but you do have to have some sense of ownership and understanding your value for sure. For sure. But like the journey of self-love is a very long one for sure. Um
Got you, got you.
yeah. Sorry, Ant. Go ahead.
Uh no, you're good. So how do you want to? I guess out of these, okay, I'll just because I know that's a lot to go off of. So I'll just which one of these are you most likely to watch? WWE, NBA, NFL, NHL, boxing, or MLB? What are you most likely to watch out of
I
that
have
group?
to
If you
rank
had to pick
them.
one.
No, I have to rank
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Okay. Can someone write down like the acronyms for me? Oh, wait, no, you don't have to. I have them here. But I'm gonna ask you which one is which. All right. WWE. What's that?
Rest. What's that? Wrestling. It's
Ok-
wrestling.
okay, wrestling. NBA
Yeah.
is basketball, right?
Yeah. NBA is basketball.
And NFL is football.
Football.
What is NHL?
Hockey.
Boxing? I know.
Boxing.
What is MLB?
Baseball.
Oh, why is baseball MLB?
Major League Baseball.
Oh, okay. Freaking acronyms, man. Type fucking words. Okay, yeah.
Like words. Yeah.
I would say as far as like enjoyment, I would probably rank hockey first.
Hockey. Okay.
I'm not sure about that either. Actually, let's put baseball first. I think I've watched more
Baseball. Okay.
baseball. Yeah,
Baseball.
I've watched more baseball, even though like they can go very, very long. But fine, baseball.
They do go a long ass time.
Then hockey. Then uh basketball. And then
Basketball's a good one. We're in playoff time.
then
She hates all this shit. Look at her face.
wrestling might be fun because of the choreography or whatever. And then I guess I would put football before boxing. Boxing definitely the last one. I don't like watching boxing.
All right. Well, Chris, there you have it.
They didn't put soccer, waffle, but soccer would have been definitely the first one.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to Breed, who says, "What would the title of your autobiography be?"
Wait, everyone's throwing shade at me. I'm just like reading. Oh, that's the title of my autobiography. Everyone's throwing shade at me.
Yeah.
They're like, wow, Pink. Love me some
Because you went with
hockey.
baseball.
Yeah. Well, but like, I'm from Venezuela. Baseball was first in Venezuela. I fell asleep watching baseball every
Yeah.
single time. Yeah, I mean, I fall asleep with all those fucking games. I don't want to watch any of them, okay?
You don't wanna see
Like, I
any
don't know,
of
I
it,
don't know
yeah.
why you would make me rank it. That they're all bottom for me. I don't watch anything. If anything, I would only watch soccer. And then
Yeah.
you know, and I have enjoyed baseball live, and tennis is fun. Actually, tennis is actually fun to watch. And you know, that's it.
Baseball is pretty fun around playoff times. If you get rid of the sorry teams and you're like down to the teams that like can actually hit the fucking ball and they're, like higher scoring games and they're more competitive, it's a little more fun. But watching like game number 5 out of 180 something fucking games, you're like, this game means absolutely like nothing. It does nothing. Like, I don't know. It's just kind of boring. But you get the right teams, it could be fun. I'm not the biggest baseball fan or nothing, but playoff time I usually catch a game or two. And I don't know. I don't really watch as much sports anymore, like because I'm so busy with content and shit. I just don't
Yeah,
watch as much sports.
I'm
But
so busy
but
not watching
they're all pretty cool.
sports. So
Yeah.
sorry if you don't like my option of baseball first. I knew I knew I was gonna get shit about it, but I don't care. Yeah, go ahead, Ant. What was the next one?
What would be the title of your autobiography?
Everybody's throwing shade at me. My autobiography. That's everybody's throwing shade at
That's
me.
the name of it. Everybody's throwing shade at you.
Yeah. I don't know.
Mine would be "Help, I'm Depressed." That would be
Well.
my autobiography book.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I mean, there could be like many names, but it would be like I've been living in my head for a lot of a lot of years. I don't know. I don't know that I would. I don't know that I would have an autobiography, to be honest. But sure.
All right, let's jump to Drake, who says, "What's a documentary you think should be made, but it has to be video game related?" This is easy for me. I don't know if this already exists on YouTube or something. I didn't fact check this, but I would love to see how From Software, like the history of how they came up with some of those games, like the Dark Souls games and all that stuff. And I would love to see it actually like be made and shit, like how they came up with the ideas. Uh, yeah, I just want to see that game be made and just hear all the stories that went behind those Dark Souls like games.
Yeah, I think definitely like watching creative processes, like or documentaries about the creative process of creating like those video games would be awesome. I think I would definitely watch documentaries of like how different games have evolved or like how they've developed them. For example, for me, like definitely would be. Sorry, excuse me. That was a hiccup. For me, definitely would be like the history of Zelda. Like I would have documentaries about it from like the very first one. I think it was 1986 or 87 till Tears of the Kingdom and whatever they comes next. I would also love to watch documentaries about the lore, so kind of like where they dive into like the different timelines, the different like branches that the story goes in, like the order that people think that the story um is made of, like basically because like Zelda has like different timelines, and I'm not sure if like they have like, oh, the one where the hero wins, the one where the hero fails, etc., etc. So like there's different timelines that come through, and I was actually talking about it the other day with Wiggy because he was telling me that he didn't know that like there was some sort of lore or story or order that they could follow after Ocarina of Time, for example. Because they are like, oh, so where's Majora's Mask? Majora's Mask is like one of the branches. So I would love to see documentaries about that. So I'm like not gonna go deep into that, but you know me. Everyone
Yeah,
knows me already at this point. Like it would be definitely something around Zelda.
yeah, for sure. That would be dope.
Yeah.
That would be dope. We need more documentaries like that, like for video game processing or processes, like how they do all that shit. We need more docs on that. Um, then again, it'd probably get pretty depressing when you start thinking about how they don't get paid what they should get paid, and they just start like, all right, well, this sucks when you think about it from that point, the layoffs and all that kind of shit. But Jake says if you could snoop through, if you could snoop through one person's private life, whose would it be? Do you have somebody in mind that just like I want to snoop their private life?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking about my two sisters. I feel like I would snoop through one of theirs.
Why? And that's crazy because like I'm actually kind of nosy, but like I ask people, I would love to know more about people, but I don't think I would snoop in their private life. Sometimes it's scary, like I know a lot about some of my closest people and family members' private life, and it's like, oh, I wish I didn't know.
Yeah, no, that's what makes it exciting.
Uh, yeah.
Family, I'm straight on. I don't know. Would I do one of my I don't know. Going in my sister's private life could be kind of scary. I may not want to open that can of worms.
You did say
Maybe
that
like
before.
I'm
I honestly
gonna
don't
ride with it.
care. Like I don't want to know. Like I'm okay.
All right. Fine.
Well, you can answer if you would like to know about it. You can still answer. I'm not telling you or judging you. Like
No, no, no. I picked mine. I'm gonna ride with my sister. I'm gonna ride with it. I'm gonna see what's up with her private life. I want to know. I
okay,
want to know what's happening. All right.
have you asked her?
No, no,
You can start
not at
there.
all. All right. Have you ever had a paranormal or unexplainable experience? This is from Andy. I know you've said one on here before. I don't know if you want to retell that one or if you have another one.
Sure. I mean, I have a couple. Um, so I'm gonna tell you one that I've never told you before. I know that I've told you about like the house where I lived and like kind of like the steps on the stairs. I think the steps on the stairs and kind of like people knowing my house and my town for being haunted and kind of like finding out later years later that someone actually put a curse on it, which basically they use some sort of type of witchcraft or black, dark witchcraft, where they use like an evil entity to maintain like some like lost souls in the house. I don't know, like weird shit like that we figured out. And I know it sounds crazy when you tell it, but I've learned to freaking shut up when people are telling me their experiences. I'm not telling you to shut up, but like you can decide not to believe me. That's okay. I know what I lived. But I had, I don't know if they would be considered a paranormal experience or, whatever you want to consider it, but when my grandpa died, I was in bed basically. Like he was taken to the hospital that night. That was like when I was 7. And I actually dreamt of him. And he was like, it was like a very pretty dream. He was very happy, he was smiling, and he was basically like in clouds. Like it was like very light all around, and it was like a really pretty dream. And I am used to having a lot of nightmares, but he was basically saying goodbye. Like he was smiling, he was saying goodbye, he was healthy, he was good. And when I woke up that morning, my grandmother, not the one that he was married to, but like my mom's mom, was sitting on my bed, and I already knew he was gone. And she told me that he had passed, and I told her that I knew, because I have had that dream where he was saying goodbye, and
Right.
that happened to me. That's really weird as well. Um, Happened to me with John Paul II, the Pope. I dreamt about his death, and then he was dead like 2 weeks after.
The
And
Pope?
yeah, like the Pope, John Paul II. I think that's what was his
Ew.
name. And that was really weird, probably because I'm from a Catholic country and Catholic culture. And there was one that I had as well with my godmother, but that wasn't a pleasant one. But I knew as well. And I think I've had others, but I'm not gonna mention them. And then there was an experience I had with my pet. Like it was a bunny I had when I lived in Spain. I had a bunny, and she lived for about a year and 6 months. She actually ended up having like some sort of parasite in her brain that ended up like fucking her up, and she died. And months after she had passed, or like a few months after she had passed, even though I had gotten rid like of like her stuff, I would still hear like her little steps in my room. And I would hear kind of like the bunnies had like this water drinkers that actually like make like a little noise because they had like a pebble in it. So they go like, I would hear that as
Right.
well. um I don't know, that was weird, but like that was like one pet that I still felt around me after she had passed. And I mean, I've had other paranormal experiences, but yeah, just telling you those ones.
Dang. I've only had one, and I don't really I don't really know what it was, but I had like there's one day I was laying in bed, and I just felt like this yank, and when I woke up it was like the blanket was halfway down.
Hmm.
But that's the only time that's ever happened. Like I've never had any other like situation, but I was like, was I tripping? Did I just like accidentally move the blanket down in my sleep? And I don't know, but it felt like a really hard yank.
Hmm.
But that's it. I've never felt anything else or seen anything or anything like that. I have had I think I've told this on the stream or maybe even on here. I did have a little girl that my mom used to babysit. And one day when I came home, we had a pool in the backyard. And she was out, like she was looking through the blinds at the pool, and she just kept staring. We're like, "What are you staring at?" She's like, "Oh, that guy over there." And we were like, "What?" Like
Who's up?
nobody should be in our backyard. So we went and looked out the window, and there's nobody there. It's like, all
Yeah.
right, get the fuck out of here. You're freaky, freaky little girl. Please,
Oh, that's
please.
mean. That's so mean. That's so mean. You would be one of the bullies.
One of the
Yeah,
bullies.
yeah. I don't know. Like I never really had like the experiences where never like I would see something nobody else was watching. It has been a lot of dreams and hearing a lot of things and feeling, mostly feeling. I feel things. I haven't felt anything in a long time. But I also like am obsessed with cleansing my home. So I don't think if I like, I would feel anything even if, you know, I don't think anything can
Yeah,
come in where I am. I feel like I'm very like, I don't know, obsessed with
got you.
blocking myself. Yeah.
I got you. I got you. All right, we're down to the final one. This one's from Keenan. He wants to know what's the craziest rumor you've ever heard about yourself.
So it's crazy because like I don't know that there are rumors, but I have gotten like weird things happen to me as far as like those things like, when you don't even think that people talk about you, but they do and make up stuff. So I think when I was 13 and I had like a group of friends. Like we were like five girls, and it was like it's funny because like those are the same girls that later on bullied the shit out of me. They had already bullied me before, but then they bullied the shit out of me even more later in life. But especially two of them. But anyway, the thing is that we were like a group of friends, and like I just wanted to have a cool group of girlfriends because there was like this movie that I really liked when I was a kid. Um, I forgot what the name is, but like I think Christina Ricci is on it. Um, and I just wanted to have friends, and like a group of girlfriends where we talked about things and stuff like that. So I was very
Yeah,
innocent when I was 13. Like they weren't as innocent as I was. I was still very much a kid. But then I remember that time in Venezuela, they had this site because like internet started to be like a thing then. And they had like this site that was called basically like the literal translation is the fuckery, but it was called La Jodedera, which basically means like a place where you go to just like mess around and stuff like that. But what they used it for was to kind of like spread rumors and say shit about people and talk badly about people. And I never really got on it, but then and never thought that I would see anything about me. Like, if anything, I remember having like the hope that someone would put like a love message to me, like like a secret admirer or something, because I was still
yeah,
pretty much a kid, and
yeah.
but no. Instead, what I got was like someone uh um started posting about my group of friends, and just to give you a little bit of context, I was literally like I would say like the ugly one. Like I never felt pretty growing up or anything like that. I always felt very ugly, and my friends actually had like a lot of people after them and stuff like that, and one of them was actually like the hottie that everyone wanted to date and stuff like that. But yeah, like they posted things about them, and they were saying like they were all whores or whatever. Like, which is ridiculous. We were 13. And
Yeah.
like they started saying shit about them, but then someone said that me and another girl were fine. Well, what they said, like my other friend, she was mean, but that I was okay. That there was nothing wrong with me.
Mhm.
But then someone answered, and they were like, "What the fuck are you talking about? She's ugly as fuck, and she also has
Damn.
the face of someone who does a lot of BJs." And then
Whoa,
and
what the fuck?
yeah, I remember having to ask what the fuck they meant by that because I was very innocent. And I was like, what? I hadn't even kissed a boy when I was 13. Like I was like, what the
Wow.
fuck?
Wow.
And then there was another one that said like, oh, she's ugly as fuck. Her nose looks like a tractor, like a yeah, like a tractor, like a
Yeah.
freaking tractor, like huge ass nose or whatever. Uh, so yeah, that was one. And then I think the craziest thing is that I thought that everything was left in the past, when I was a child. But no,
Right.
like when I was like 20 something, I'm like 22, 23, I was starting to see this guy And this guy was from Venezuela as well. Of course, it's always the Venezuelans. And then his cousin I had met before him actually, because they were friends with some of my friends from Venezuela that I saw in Spain or lived in Spain at
Hmm.
that time. And like there was the typical like fuck boys, all of them. And then I was never interested in any of them. I ended up being interested in my ex because like he really got in my face. But at first I wasn't interested in him at all. And I shouldn't have been. He sucked. He was abusive, by the way. So he told me that his cousin that I had met before, I had noticed that he tried to get with me, but I was like, man, I usually like when someone was like flirty or something, I would like sense it and be like, "Ew," and like get away because I was like not interested.
Yeah.
Thank you. So that guy told him when he told him that he met me, like, oh yeah, Lilia, I hooked up with that girl. And I'm like, and he
Oh,
told me that,
damn.
and I'm like, no way, he said that. Like, never touched him, never.
Yeah.
And then I
Yeah.
remember one day I was gonna confront him, like, hey, and then my ex didn't let me. I'm like, no way, like he's spreading fucking lies, and I cannot freaking say anything. And I remember one time, like my ex wasn't there, and I told him, like, oh, you're going around saying that you hooked up with me, you fucking liar. And he's like,
Damn.
no, 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 no. Yeah, right. Like those fucking people, man. Like, don't trust men. Sorry.
Men sometimes they do be lying on their dick. I can't lie. I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But yeah, those are two crazy ones that I can remember.
Wow. I didn't have I think I've only most of them was just dumb like high school dating rumor or hookup rumor things. But the only one I could think of like that's worth anything to say, I guess, was I was seeing somebody at one point and she had a guy best friend. And I'm always like, oh, I mean that's your friend, and you knew that person way before me, so I was cool with it. I didn't give a fuck. And but I guess he had feelings for her, so he got upset that we started talking, and
Mm.
he started telling people like, "Oh yeah, I whooped his ass back in high school." I was like, I've never known this person ever in my life until the weird thing was I met him at my brother's party one time. This was years after high school. He was younger than me, so I never knew him. Didn't know who the fuck he was in high school. When I seen him at a party, I was introduced to him by my brother, and we
Mm-hmm.
shook hands. And I was like, "Oh man, it's nice to meet you." And he was like, "Nice to meet you too." At this time, he was married to somebody, so he was married to somebody, and the girl I was with, uh, that he was best friends with, they were all a group, whatever. So that was literally the only interaction I've ever had with him. It was like, oh yeah, this nice guy. Like that's literally what I came from it with. Nice guy. Like smiled real big, shook hands, and I went on like doing my own shit because I don't really know him like that. But yeah, when he found out, he went and started telling people that I guess as like a I don't know, as like a I don't know. I don't know. I guess it bothered him and he just made that story up, but that was fucking weird. So
Yeah, it's like, what the heck?
yeah, weird shit.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's funny because BD said if people have made rumors about me, I never heard them. Like the crazy thing is, that's what I would have thought. Like I never thought that people would make things up about me because I always like I don't really go around saying shit about people or making up stuff about people or anything like that. So really, it's like. eh, And also, five, most men are. So don't come with a not all men shit. I'm sorry. Like, even if it doesn't apply to you, like, when we say men, don't trust men, like, if it doesn't apply to you, it doesn't apply to you. But, like, don't start with a not all men because that's problematic. Because, it's obvious that it's not all men, but. And
I'm like,
it's
I could
very high
definitely
probabilities because even Taki, it's mentioning that dude have claimed to slept that they have slept with her even though she didn't. And you're gonna talk to a lot of people that are gonna tell you that they have gone through the same thing. So
Yeah, I don't see Ducky putting up with that shit, to be
no,
honest.
I didn't put up with that either. Like, but like that's the
Yeah.
thing. Like, there's people that are gonna say things about you, and you're never gonna find out. Um, Even living here in Miami, like I thought that I didn't know anyone. Like, I don't live in Miami, but like in that area, and I used to work in that
Mhm.
area. And I feel like it's something that is also like very ingrained in like the type of culture that's around you. But when I broke up with an ex, I started receiving like random ass anonymous messages on Tumblr about him cheating on me, and then that it was a group of girls trying to look out for me and stuff like that. And I'm like, if he was cheating on me and you knew about it, why are you telling me now on an anonymous message on Tumblr? Like
Yeah.
without like telling me anything. And I wasn't saying that he wasn't, but I was like, why didn't you say anything if you're saying that you're doing this because you're looking out for me? If you were looking out for me, you would have told me when I was with him. But
Yeah.
now we're breaking up, and it feels like you're just like, I don't know. It's weird. It's
For
weird as
sure.
fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. For sure. All right. I feel like we were able to knock out another successful episode. Those were some pretty good questions. Very interesting stories.
Yeah.
Uh all right. If you are watching this on YouTube, you can leave a comment. You can leave a question down in the comments if you want. Thank you all of Twitch for hanging out with us. We appreciate you. Y'all are the best audience in all of Twitch. Pink, do you want to get us out of here?
Yes. Bye.